What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. We've had about a week now to digest our thoughts and opinions regarding Modern Warfare 3. And as I gauge the overall feeling of this community, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of people enjoyed their time on Modern Warfare 3, but they're extremely fearful for Activision's intervention into the game, whether that be monetization, whether that be servers, or the big boogeyman under the bed, skill-based matchmaking. And honestly, I think we should all be scared of skill-based matchmaking. Until Activision actually addresses it, until Activision wants to publicly talk about it, it should be that boogeyman that's underneath our beds that we're not sure how it's going to play out. I believe that skill-based matchmaking is the number one make it or break it feature in Modern Warfare 3 right now. This community is divided and has always been divided on skill-based matchmaking. But I think now more than ever, this feature is going to determine whether or not people are going to purchase the game. Because we all felt it during the beta. We felt how intrusive it was. And unfortunately, it creates a less enjoyable user experience. And I talk a lot on this channel about user experience and how Call of Duty has been getting diminishing returns on this for the last several years. Whether it's skill-based matchmaking, whether it's a poor UI, whether it's the over-monetization of everything, whether it's the lack of incentives for actually playing the game. All of this culminates into a much worse user experience than they once were able to deliver. This being said, though, the number one detriment to the user experience right now has to be the skill-based matchmaking algorithm that is determining every second of the games you play. And it's disappointing because there's not a lot of people that want it. And I get the argument for both sides. I just disagree with the side that believes that skill-based matchmaking is a paramount feature that needs to be in every single game. I also don't like the fact that they throw away the argument just because they believe that all of us want to stomp noobs all day. That's not what it's about. It's about having diversity in your matches, being able to play with more fun setups, being able to enjoy yourself with your friends, something that skill-based matchmaking greatly hinders. And nobody wants to address that. They always think it comes back to the fact that we just want to go 35-5 every game. Well, I don't. I want to be able to play with my friends and have it not be a detriment to their experience or a detriment to mine. I want to ensure that when I hop in a lobby as a solo player, that I'm not getting matched up against everybody using the meta setups because my skill-based matchmaking is a little higher than somebody else's. I want to have variety in my matches. I don't want every game to be an absolute sweat fest. It's not fun. It does not motivate me to play the game. It removes any type of incentive. But I think that there's a lot of people in the community that feel the same way. And I think the friends thing is something that does need to be addressed with skill-based matchmaking. Even if they don't address it for solo games, they need to address it when you play with your friends. Because right now, it is almost unplayable to play with your friends if you're at varying different skill levels. And it needs to be addressed. And it needs to be talked about. The fact that they've never been transparent about it just shows you how shady Activision can be. And hopefully, under the guidance of Microsoft, they actually talk about it. They actually address the issues the community has. Because again, I'm not voting for or advocating for a complete, utter wipeout of skill-based matchmaking. I still think that we need to protect the very small percentage of brand new players. Even though I was one of those brand new players at one point in time. But I think that you do need to protect those players so that they can learn the controls, learn the game, and start to have fun and build success. But now in Call of Duty, you don't get any reward for building success. You just get harder and harder games, you get less enjoyment when you play, and you have a much smaller window to improve because the game doesn't want you to improve. They don't actively reward you for improving. It's actually less of a reward to improve and more of a reward if you play poorly, which is why people reverse boost. And there's a lot of people in this community that do it. But the fact that they continue to ignore the existence of skill-based matchmaking is, I think, what really gets to this community, is really what I think bothers this community, because we just want some transparency. That's the number one thing. And with skill-based matchmaking, again, being something that was a massive impediment with the beta, it's hard to believe that many people in this community are now going to be all aboard the Modern Warfare 3 train because they know this thing is there. This thing is going to impact their enjoyment level. And all Activision would have to come out and say is, we're working on a fix that makes it easier to play with your friends and makes it more enjoyable match to match. And people would buy Modern Warfare 3. But I think right now, it is that big of an impediment, that big of an issue, that big of a drawback for Modern Warfare 3 that people are just not going to buy the game because of it. And honestly, I don't blame you. Why would you want your experience to be hindered and to be less than that of what it could be because of a feature that the developers and the publisher don't want to address, don't want to talk about, and pretend it's non-existent when everyone knows it's there? We already know they don't base your experience based on your connection. It's all based on their algorithm on the back end. And I get it. People are sick and tired of it. People are sick and tired of skill-based matchmaking, man. I'm sick and tired of talking about it. I'll be honest with you. I wish that we had a fix tomorrow and we never had to talk about this thing again. I'd rather go back to talking about lag compensation. But here I am again, expressing that for Modern Warfare 3 to be successful, a referendum has to happen with skill-based matchmaking. A transparency statement needs to happen with skill-based matchmaking. Otherwise, many people are going to not purchase Modern Warfare 3. It is going to be the biggest make or break issue for people. You can do whatever you want with classic maps, with bringing all the stuff back from Modern Warfare 2, but it means nothing if you don't address one of the core problems that is impeding your user experience. Now, it's up to Activision whether or not they're going to answer the bell, whether or not they're going to admit that they're in the wrong here, that they have made it much less enjoyable for the average player. But I'm not really holding my breath if I'm going to be completely honest. I look at them and think that they're just going to be out to lunch all year and pretend that it doesn't exist. Continue to cash in all of those microtransaction dollars that they get from the COD fanboys that don't want to think for a second there's anything wrong with this franchise. But I'll continue to be here. I'm going to be one of those people that will call out all the nonsense in this community. I'll be one of those people that will continue to call out the developers and the publishers when they continue to screw this community over. Because they've been really good at it. And they continue to do it time in and time out. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. I don't think it would be that difficult for Activision just release a statement regarding skill-based matchmaking. Release a statement on how they plan to reinvest all of those microtransaction dollars back into making the game better instead of padding their pockets with it. And that's all we need. The Call of Duty community is really easy to please, but unfortunately Activision is going out of their way to make it hard on themselves. And until they come to a conclusion or come to a realization that this community is easy to please, if you just be transparent with them, we're going to be at this stalemate forever. But I am curious what you think, and I want you to leave a comment down below whether or not skill-based matchmaking is enough of an issue to cause you to not buy Modern Warfare 3. So let me know with a comment down below. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.